beautiful view of the central business district, lighting up the night here in Dallas, Texas. A quick check now for starting five for both teams. First for the Nets, Darren Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. And inside out of Stanford University, a skilled post scorer with tremendous size, the 7-footer, Brook Lopez. Then it's Pierce, and it's Garnett in at the 4. And for the Mavericks, Calderon is out there with Ellis. And it's Samuel Dalembert manning the middle at the center position. Then there's Marion, and it's Nowitzki in at the power forward.
Well, last season was Dirk Nowitzki's 15th in the NBA and maybe his toughest. He underwent a knee scope right before the start of the season, missed about 2 months of action, and the Mavericks ended up missing the playoffs.
And so Nowitzki, here's both of them. Speaking of Nowitzki, he expressed some concern about the direction of the Mavericks himself last year.
Yeah, after that championship season, they let go of some of their good players, you know, especially Tyson Chandler. But they were trying to free up cap space and lure a top free agent. They were left holding the bag, basically. Nowitzki wants to retire a Mav, and hopefully they can provide a contender for him.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Mavericks on D. Pierce kicks to Garnett. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And that assist earned him a little nod from his teammate after the basket.
Dallas usually does well against the Eastern Conference, and even in a year when they were struggling, that still was the case. The Mavs posted a 500 or better record against every division in the Eastern Conference.
He feeds it to Pierce. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Dallas did finish 41 up and 41 down in the year, with 17 of those wins coming, Steve, against the East. Not a bad mark for him.
And you'll remember last season, it was in March when the Mavs started gaining a lot of ground and kind of put themselves into playoff contention. And a lot of those wins that month came against Eastern Conference teams.
You know, last season for the Nets, high expectations, guys. They were the runaway pick to be the most improved team in the league, and ownership stressed that their goal was nothing less than a championship. They had a bumpy stretch at one point, steadied themselves, but still a third head coach now in the span of a year.
Johnson against Ellis. Here's Lopez, and the basket good.
I'll tell you what I love about him, his ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong, even with defenders hanging all over him. He continues to finish at the basket.
Another aspect of his game that I really like is how effectively he sets picks. It's overlooked sometimes, but he does a great job of positioning and getting there at the right time to set a screen to help a teammate get free.
And when the coaching change was made for the Nets, a lot was made of some of the comments by Darren Williams. Steve admitted that he'd been more comfortable with the offense in Utah.
Well, which is kind of ironic because when he was in Utah, sometimes he complained about the style of play. I think the big thing is for Darren Williams, his teams just have to win, and he has to lead. He's being paid as a superstar, and it's up to him to lead his club, and I think that's what he's trying to do this year.
The Nets have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. Free throw good, Williams. And a new group in for the Nets. And both free throws good for Williams.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Here comes Devin Harris. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, both teams still kind of feeling each other out here, and neither team has been able to find an edge in this game.
Got a piece of it. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Solid first quarter for this club. They came out strong, and they've put together some nice momentum here.
Steve, I like the looks they've gotten on offense. A lot of good ones.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Devin Harris settling into a scoring combo guard role last season in Atlanta. He's quick off the dribble, is a streaky three-point shooter, and because of that combination, he's able to keep defenders on their heels.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Gentlemen, for Brook Lopez, a first-time All-Star last season, the offense had always been there, but it was his focus on defense and rebounding that has made the difference. Lopez admitted that he'd gotten lazy in the past, but the coaching staff started tracking his efforts, not just rebounds, but also attempted rebounds. And he said that helped him make him conscious of it. And guys, having teammates like Darren Williams, who said he, quote, should be a perennial all-star, and stayed on him along with their coaching staff, really seemed to push him to that next level.
Yeah, he's figuring out how to take the best advantage of his great size. I think he's well on his way. Thanks, Doris. The Nets making the switch here. Johnson's checked in. And for Harris, his outside shot had been his weakness offensively. The last few seasons, though, Steve, some of the best shooting from long distance.
Around 35%, in fact, from the three-point line the last 3 seasons, Kevin. So, you know, he's not a lights-out shooter, but he's become respectable from that range. Unfortunately, his free throw attempts have diminished of late. Maybe he's lost a step athletically.
The Nets had a really solid debut season in Brooklyn last year. They made the big move in trading for Joe Johnson, but they also made some small adjustments that paid off for him as well.
Andre Kirilenko's checked in for Andre Blanche. And it's good. Ellis has got 4 points this quarter.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Johnson attacking, plays it up and banks it in. Well, Clark, as you said, a lot of people thought they would just be a top-heavy team with their starters doing a lot of the heavy lifting. But, Steve, they got contributions from all around.
Well, they didn't have big-name players on the bench, but they had some guys like Bloch and Evans who were kind of under the radar, but came in and played very well for the
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
It's Pierce with the drive. Can't cash in from close range.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
The basket good off the assist from Evans.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession.
Not the kind of pass you want to be making right there. He's lucky it wasn't stolen.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters.
This last summer, the Mavs asked fans to submit some redesigns of their uniforms for future use. Always kind of neat to see when a team and organization reaches out for the fans' input.
Lopez with the bucket. Lopez has got the first points of the second half here for the Nets. Calderon with it. Now Pierce defending. Dallenberg powered down with both hands. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
And back to the Mavs. Definitely a big move by them to reach out like that. Nothing like bringing crowdsourcing to the NBA and building a bridge, you know, Steve, with your fan base.
You know, Kevin, I had a chance to see some of the designs of the uniforms that were being suggested. Some pretty sharp-looking duds, but there were some other ones that were absolutely hideous. So let's hope the decision makers in the Mavs organization pick some of the, let's say, the more clean-looking new uniform suggestions.
Back to Garnett. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, a quick turnaround for Jason Kidd from a player to head coach. Many felt he could still be playing if he wanted, but he said, quote, "My biggest fear had always been getting hurt and not being able to lead the game on my own terms." It worked out well for him, and guys, just like his playing days, always thinking a few steps ahead.
You bet. Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, he always gives the fans a temporary souvenir, it seems like, blocking 2 or 3 shots into the 10th row. Of course, you got to give the ball back, so very temporary souvenir.
They're going to have to change that because in baseball, when they knock those foul balls, they don't go check them.
Keep them, that's right.
Yeah, same with the NFL. If the ball happens to get by the net, you can keep the ball.
Right. Well, we need to change that in basketball.
I agree.
And I also can't get over how much energy he expends rebounding the basketball. He goes all out on the boards every single night.
Brooklyn making some changes. Karolinko comes in for Paul Pierce. And it's Johnson in for Darren Williams. He goes up again and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
A different look for Dallas. White comes in for Samuel Dalembert. And it's Ellis in for Jose Calderon.
Well, you know, when Rajon Rondo went down last season and the Celtics looked to be out of any title contention, Kevin Garnett, guys, became a very hot topic on the trade market. And with his ability and experience, that should be no surprise.
And it's Johnson with the jam.
The lead changes hands once again. There has been no separation between these 2 teams tonight.
What an intriguing basketball game, that's for sure.
We talked about what Garnett can bring to a team. He's still an impactful player. Defensively, a deadly jump shooter. He reached 25,000 points last season with Boston. Also a great passer.
But it's defensively where he really makes his mark. One of the best defensive forwards I think the league has ever seen. His ability to communicate, to guard pick and roll, to switch out onto point guards and stay in front of them. And then the intensity, the intangible that he brings to your club.
They get a hand on it. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Brook Lopez is checked in for Brooklyn. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the 3rd quarter. And Williams, here we go. No luck. Good work defensively by Marion. Mavericks leading by 3. Carter kicks to Ellis. Stolen by Terry.
And they can guarantee this is the last possession of the quarter if they hang on to it.
And that's probably what they're going to do here.
Right with it. Inside, here's Calderon. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Calderon's got his 2nd basket of the night. 1 second left, and it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And we've reached the end of the 3rd. And thanks for joining us again as the 4th quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Dallas.
Well, their passing has been picturesque. A thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
And then look at the points in the paint because they're really winning that battle tonight.
Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. He gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Now, to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
And it's out of bounds to the Mavericks as Dallas retains possession. And Brooklyn making a change here. Watches checked in. And good on the basket. Brooklyn. That's 7 points for Monte Ellis.
I'm sensing, guys, this game really starting to swing their way.
To me, it seems like they're taking charge as their lead gets more and more comfortable.
Mavericks leading by 8. And Dalembert kicks to Marion. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Pierce. In transition, here come the Nets. Pierce is running. Offensive rebound. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
And the crowd immediately letting the officials have it after that whistle.
A very unpopular call there.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And Williams gets it to go on the assist by Pierce. 6 points for Darren Williams. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Boy, their hounding, harassing efforts at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
2-possession game now, so strategically everything changes a little bit. Those were very important foul shots.
Johnson attacking, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one. And no good is the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. Brook Lopez is checked in for Andre Block. And he ends up making the second, and that narrows the lead down to just 3.
By missing one of those, that leaves them needing a 3 to tie it up. Not the ideal situation.
He dishes it to Johnson. Williams, here's Garnett. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to them.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
Williams kicks to Lopez. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, they had a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before that shot attempt.
Yeah, and giving up free throws isn't ideal here, Steve. You know that, but at least they got the clock stopped.
Can't sink it, and that was an important free throw.
But despite tying things up, he's still shaking his head, knowing he could have given them the lead.
And the call will be against Darren Williams. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. He sinks the clutch free throw. And he hits both free throws in, so now it's a 2-point ball game.
Just clutch work, that's all you can say. A little bit of defense now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're trailing by 2. 17 seconds left in the 4th. What do you think, guys?
Well, what do you think, Clark? Do you go for the 2 or the 3 here?
I don't think you choose one or the other ahead of time. I think you try to take what's available. You get the best shot as quickly as you can.
Broke loose and stolen by Harris. It falls!
And with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
Well, if not 100% safe, certainly 95%.
We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Williams, that's good.
We're seeing the red-hot version of Darren Williams right now.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
But you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Here's Johnson. Takes a 3. Can't knock in the 3. Here's Ellis. Can't get it to fall. So a close game sees Dallas taking this one.